race for you tonight. Dragon Warrior Randomizer, standard flags. I need to turn my mic off so I don't hear myself. There we go. We're just getting all our racers ready now. It should be ready shortly. We've got one left remaining. So tonight we have a 8-person race, and 4 of our racers are going to be restreamed. We've got Lavkin, Up to NG, Lord of Dungeons 32, and Asmati Games. We have Camion Renikai tracking tonight, myself, CyberDark86, and Edge Telron and the comms. How's it going, Edge?
Not too bad. How are we doing this evening?
Good. So I'm just keeping a race, so I'm having a look here. We're still one racer away from ready.
Right, just one racer. And again, like you said, standard flag, so it's going to be a fun race to watch. Hopefully, kind of not like we had last week where everything was just kind of brutal torture for a little bit.
I don't know. I kind of like the Chaos flags, but hey, standard is always fun as well. And Farhan, I am not a professional. That's your job.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we do have our 4 racers just about ready to go. Once we get started, they will get their instructions from the king. Last minute instructions. 3 chests sitting right there in the throne room, and then we'll be off and going. So with that,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, with the standard flags, of course, we have all the standard stuff that we have to give. We have our 3 treasures. We've got to find keys. We've got to find all of our standard gear. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch tonight.
Definitely is. These are usually what we use for a summer tournament. These flags. Always a good bit of fun. We have usually 40 or 50 people enter. So practice for the summer, hey.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And of course, any practice is good practice, whether it be an actual live race or, just practicing within the actual community itself. Always good to get some of that practice in.
Definitely. All right, we've got our last racer ready. So I'm going to let him loose shortly. And it should be starting in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, so, 3 of our runners here are very veteran to the community. While Lord of Dungeons 32 is super new to the community and ready to kind of get going with this. So I'm ready to see what he's going to bring out to the community. It's always good to get new racers and new blood in to actually get going with these races.
Yeah, he actually did really good in last week's non-standard flags. Ended up in 3rd place, I believe. It's really good. He made a couple of pretty intense moves trying to get ahead, and a couple of them worked out. Not every one, but he did really well.
Alrighty, so here we go, getting that last-minute instructions from the king, and our race is on. So Lord of Dungeons checking his spell list immediately. They don't have anything off the jump. They've got 23 HP and 11 magic, so that's not a terrible start.
Not at all. We've got 2 herbs and a key to start. A little bit of healing. There's some swamp outside.
I did see some 6 strength and 11 agility, so interesting start in a combination of things. Walk right outside. There's nothing really close, so it'll be an interesting run here because, no towns, so let's go ahead and get that first level or 2 and then see where we go from there. But no keys to start, like you said, so it'll be interesting to see where these guys run off to.
Yep, 6 strength is good enough to kill all the slimes and the drakies. You should be able to do decent damage to them. 23 HP is more than enough to kill them unless they have, of course, Hurt More or Fire Breath or something fun like that.
Yeah, up 2NG deciding to run for the Magic Drakies that he keeps running into. They are hitting a little bit hard, but again, those are not going to be something that you're going to kill right off the get-go. And Lavkin does drop to something. I didn't see what he died to.
He died to a blue slime with Hurt More. I opened my mouth.
Ouch! That's painful. But he's got a Drake.
Okay, no, they just have normal attack.
Yeah, he's got him a Drakey, so he's got enough to get up to the first level. But yeah, man, that blue slime packs a punch today.
Yep, there's always at least one of them. And this time it turns out to be the blue.
Yeah, so Lord of Dungeons hits level 2, he gains sleep, so not terrible. So we do have we do at least have a spell initially, but he's about to find out about that hurt. Nope, he gets rid of the slime before he can cast hurt more.
Ah, so likely a 25% chance to cast sleep, although up to NG just found it. And so did Lefkin.
Yeah, Lavkin's just not having a good time with those slimes today. He's just like, okay, hi. So Lord of Dungeons decides he's going to try and put the magic directly to sleep. Didn't work, so he took off running. He's going to try and get this wolf, but I don't think it's a good idea at level 2. Still only doing 1 HP, and it woke up and sent him home.
Yeah, wolf
meanwhile, down. Yeah. Meanwhile, Asmati Games, he's got level 2 now. He's going to go ahead and try and take on the ghost here. Got him to sleep, so not a bad strategy. You know, put him to sleep, do as much damage as possible, and we'll just go from there. But I think he's done enough that all he's got to do is swing out here.
Ghost, of course, an early level enemy. Pretty easy to kill if you can manage to get him to sleep.
Yeah, and of course, right now, kind of, you know, at least with that high HP total they've got, it's not too far-fetched to be able to take a ghost down with the sleep and just swing out combo there.
Yep. So we've seen multiple racers staying around. We haven't seen anyone really wander to the north either bit. Maybe just enough to get into the other zone, but it seems like they all want a couple of levels first.
Right, and it's, you know, super smart with the low strength start. You know, one spell, and I didn't really see a big gain as far as the first level, but we do have a couple people deciding they're going to kind of take a little bit of a walk. Labkin does find a cave, but he gets sent home by a wizard super quick, and up 2 NG finds a metal slime sitting at home as well. So yeah, it's gonna be requirements of a couple levels, and level 2s were 0, 1, 3, 2. Thanks, Mike, for that update there.
No strength, still sitting on 6. Really don't want to be fighting anything over a ghost now anyway.
No, you know, it's just one of those things. Of course, you know, everything in the starting area is super easy to beat, barring, of course, you know, we find out that DL2 or you know, sleep or something along those lines that they can just kind of pound on you while they have their way.
Yeah, it seems like magic drakies have stop spell, so if you don't get sleep off the first turn, kind of useless.
Yeah, so we've got everybody getting super close to level 3 here. We should be able to at least see what we've got. Kaimon with the you wanted chaos cyber, so yeah, I mean, we're kind of getting that a little bit, but I don't think it's like too god awful. I think it's just going to be you know, let's get level 3, 4, get a little bit of boost in our strength, and we might be able to step out a little further.
Yeah, definitely.
But that desert up there, yeah. So that desert up there again, we already saw wizards there, so that's going to be super rough on the get-go. Just trying to get past all of that. So the desert's probably going to be avoided for just a little bit, but again, we'll see how that plays out coming up here in the next at least level or 2. You know, if you can get away from the wizard, not too terrible, but it's also depending on what else is in that spot, or at least in that zone with you.
Yeah, with wizards up there, you're likely to see more Sherlock Castle enemies. 1, 17, 4, and 1 for level 3, plus a new spell, which is Hurt and Heal More.
Okay, so now we definitely have a little bit of a race going here. Level 3 is the starting point for all this, if you will. So at least have the ability to heal and do a little more damage than just the 7 strength that we're sitting out with.
Yeah, you've only got 1 heal more with that amount of MP, but you've definitely got a good few hurts. So you can go after the ghost, you can go after the metal scorpions, you can go after the magic drakies, the chikimas, everything we've seen so far, the wolf. Everything but the wizard, pretty much.
Yeah, and with that sleep spell, definitely able to at least maybe get something to sleep and try to magic out on it. So it's not awful, but you know, does it constitute staying in Zone 1 or trying to maybe find out on Zone 2? And Lord of Dungeons finds out that blue slimes do have hurt more. So that's going to send him back and... Oof.
I've got a poltergeist close by. Not bad for level 2 and 3. Still not great, but it's a bit of experience to start you off.
Yeah, so level 4 brings quite a bit of stats. I saw 7 strength, so now we're able to at least get our hands on something a little beefier than what we have been fighting. But 14 HP, and I think, let's see, lots of agility, 44 at level 4. Goodness. Woo! Yeah, so that's gonna be a big kicker into that entire piece there.
The wolf has heal more.
Youch. So, that's 40 experience that you've got to maybe throw a stop spell out there for.
Yep. Which, of course, we don't have yet. No, the sleep, maybe. Get it to
13.
sleep and then hurt it.
All right, so up 2 in G just got level 5, and that's had a pretty spicy increase on it, too. I missed the last bit, but you had to get 14 HP and 15 or 13 magic. So, yeah. Woo! And ETAP bringing up a good point. He did bag him a Wolf Lord at level 3. So, man, that's a nice gain on that experience.
Yep, we've got Mountain Cave up in the cave that was just north. So far, Goldmen and Spectres inside.
Fear and bringing out the wonderful, ever always told, agility is just a suggestion. Usually it's just a number, but hey, that's good too.
Hey, Silver Harp to start. Uh-oh, Jerkbirds are there. But he gets away.
Man, that's a great run there. And of course, yeah, heal more is definitely a big thing, but Asmati does finally bring the wolf down and gets his level 5 out of that one.
Very nice. A key. Oh, perfect. Up to NG is for key.
Okay, so that was that cave just north of Tanagel. So, hey, good play on that. He does now have a key, and he has options and gold. So he's going to be able to get back to Tanagel even with a death and be able to afford some new, at least some more keys. Meanwhile, Asmati, he kind of exploring the swamp there, sending himself home, but at least he's got some exploration on that little area right there.
Yeah. Lavkin doing the same thing pretty much.
And we still have Lord of Dungeons over here still in the beginning area, getting a little bit more experience before he decides to head out. Not a bad play, but I think at this point, you do have the sleep, you do have hurt, and you do have a little knowledge of, hey, there's a few enemies out here that I might be able to take on. Let's kind of step up a little bit and check the next zone. That's just my opinion. But again, he's a rather new runner still, but he did really good last week. So, strategy works if it works, right?
Oh, yeah. And that's the great thing about this randomizer. Anything can make a difference. You wander in the wrong direction, you could lose out. You wander in the right direction, you could get ahead of everybody else.
So as Madi heading into the cave, he's going to bonk around, see what we've got. Obviously, he's figured out where he's at as far as the cave goes, so he's just going to kind of bonk around and grab some chests.
Up to NG has picked up 2 Erdrick swords, not really, but a fighter's ring and the Erdrick sword.
And the armor.
And the armor! Oh, wow.
Wow, that is an interesting treasury, man.
Yeah, just a little bit. We had one last week at some point, I don't know if it was a Seed of the Week or something, where all 3 key items were in the treasury, but the armor and the sword, that's an armory.
Right, that's a super spicy armory there. So yeah, hey, and then he's going to go downstairs and see what's below the castle. Another cave. Looks like it might be grave.
Yeah, it looks like it.
As Madi finding his key, so he's able to return to Tanagel and get some keys. He's got a little bit of money on him as long as he doesn't die out.
Right, so Lavkin and Lord of Dungeons need to get to that cave really quick. Lord has seen it now. Lavkin, I'm not sure if he has or not, but will pretty soon. He's at level 4, almost at level 5.
Right. But the big thing for Lord of Dungeons, though, is going to be getting to that cave. We know that desert has some very evil spiciness. So I did see 20 speed and single-digit HP and MP for level 6 down on Asmati's screen there. So very, very spicy agility seed here.
Yeah, that'll help trying to get past those wizards and the jerkbirds and everything else. Well, it should help.
It's definitely a mortar. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this seed play out. We do know that their stats are going to level out later on, but the early agility is going to be super nice. Have they run into anything crazy as far as like red dragons, AK-47s, even blue dragons? That agility is going to help quite a bit.
There was at least one more key in the grave. I'm not sure what was in the other two chests. Nothing important by the look of it. But definitely a key, because up to NG is now up to max keys again.
Right, and then there's a good possibility, the further down he goes, there's going to be maybe a gold grind, because he does have a couple of chests still down to go. And we have picked up everything up top, so yeah, again, we have an opportunity for... Yeah, we do have an opportunity for the possibility of a gold grind, and Asmati picking up his complimentary sword and armor, so that ought to be interesting.
Yep. Of course, once you get that gold grind activated, you don't really know if it's the sword and armor, and everybody has to check. So it's pretty nice when you check your stats and you do actually have it.
Yeah, Asmati like, wait, I've got the fighter's ring, the sword, and the shield? Okay, let's go!
So should have 64 attack, and I think it was 59 defense already at level 6.
Yeah, so again, super spicy gains here. And then, of course, now we've got some gear to play out with. So, I mean, this is going to be anybody's race. I mean, everybody's pretty close as far as experience. And then, of course, up into G and Asmati with the gear advantage, but that won't take too much longer before everybody else catches up here.
And both of them now have found a town just to the east of that cave, mountain cave. It's Garenham. You've got 3 more chests. You've got a decent shop. Although up to NG has no money to spend.
Yeah, but he did pick up his dragon scale and equip it, so we're good there. And of course, Kane getting sent home by the knight. That's just a rough get-go in that cave. He didn't make it to the key, unfortunately.
Silver Shield is available, so if you can go manage a gold grind, might have to go deep grave to get one though. Nope.
And up to NG buying the dragon scale and then finding it in the chest immediately in Garenham.
So we've already got
always got a lover to have.
Yeah, we've already got at least 2 curse belts, which means in these flags, 2 search bots should have items in them. So he's going to sell his curse belts here now to get a bit of money. There is a gold chest there, so you could do a very, very slow grind for a silver shield if you wanted it. But I think he'd have to dive grave to get a proper silver shield grind.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. But of course, with that, it's not terrible taking large shield. You've already got the armor, you've already got the sword, and a lot of agility this early. I'm thinking, not really necessary at this point.
Nah, go with the large for now and see what it's like closer to the end. If the gold grind, if you can get one set up incidentally, well, all the better. We've got the jerk in the back of Garenham.
Yeah, I was about to say, up to NG finding Jerk Cave in the back of Garenham, so now he's got that knowledge. Asmati didn't even check the cave back there, so I don't know if he ran out of keys. He didn't even open the door for Garenham.
May have.
So not terrible. Again, he could just go back down in the cave and dive that again, go grab that key again. But again, he'd have to get some more cash to be able to, grab those keys. And of course, Lavkin getting into the cave and finding Garenham both. So not terrible. He's getting up there, and he's going to go down here and get his key as well as the little bit of gold that's down there as well.
Yep. Enough to buy a large shield or something. Although if he took out some gold bin, maybe. Yes, the silver harp.
Yes, and a silver harp. So looking at his Mahdi screen, he has done a little exploration and found another cave. So we'll have to kind of check it out after he gets done with this wolf and see what he's found down there.
Up to NG's wandering further out, and so far has only found wizards. Oh, there's another town.
Hawksness, that's a nice find. Yeah, so again, those wolves with the heal more, one hit from the sword, and they're like, no, heal. And it's going to try to play that route until they just run out of HP.
Yeah.
And the druids do have baby wombos. That's a little rough, but I think at this level with the the Airdrips armor on a couple of our runners already, not going to be dangerous. But I mean, still early with a low HP count, so it could be dangerous if not careful.
Looks like Asmani found Swamp North, and has also found another town. I wonder is that Hawksness?
It could be. I know that we have one runner that's found Hawksness, and it looks like it might be, but we'll find out here in just a second. Level 7 coming around. 11 speed, 1 HP, 1 magic, and another spell. This agility is insane.
But not much in strength, so it's a good thing they found a sword early. Oh, but they got hurt more. It doesn't matter anymore.
So that's the great equalizer right there. At least until they start getting their strength, they've got hurt more and got enough magic to cast it for a little bit. So not bad. And of course, now we do have Asmani in Cantlin, so he's able to. Oh no, because he doesn't have any keys. Oh goodness.
Well, he knows where keys are, so it's not too bad to go back for them. Just going to take an in-stop right now and keep exploring.
Right, and Hawksness is just south of Cantlin. So that's a nice thing. I don't know if up to NG found Hawks or Cantlin. No, he's in Hawks. He's kind of grinding a little bit.
Yeah, I think he was just south when he walked across, so he also missed Swamp North as well. And that's the thing. If you step 1 or 2 tiles down, you can miss it. You can miss a whole lot.
Indeed. So we do have Lavkin now inside. He's looking to see. He's got his stuff from the top of Garen's grave. Sorry. So it looks like he does have key now, so he can get back and go for it. And a red dragon is the evil that they have to get through in Hawksness to find that search tile.
Also in Hawksness, I'm after seeing the Axe Knight and the Arbor Knight, so it's pretty much a full Charlotte complement in there.
Right, so that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be late level, or at least late game before we see somebody get in there and try to attempt that one.
Yeah, red dragons don't take kindly to hurt more, so you're going to need a lot of strength or a lot of defense to beat them, or a lot of chances to use heal more with high HP.
Yeah, because those stop spell, sleep, resistances, as well as heart. It's up there a little ways for the red dragon. So, yeah, probably not going to be something that we see anytime soon. And, as you said, we've already seen 2 curse belts, so there's more than likely going to be a key item on that spot.
Lavkin has found a metal slime with sleep, but still has 2 hits on it. He's in the bottom of grave.
It's got baby breath, too, so got to be careful there. And he does manage to take it down, so first metal slime kill of the night goes to Lavkin, and he's going to get a level out of it.
Yep, goes up to level 7, so he's still a little bit behind, but not too far.
No, but he's got his hurt more, so he's super happy now to be able to kind of take some of this harder stuff down. So, as we did state earlier in the race, this is a standard flag, so we do have to get all 3 of our items, which is the Silver Harp to trade in for the Staff of Rain, Erdrick's Token, and the Stones of Sunlight, all which have to be taken back to Dirt Cave, which is in the bottom of Garenham, for that wonderful rainbow drop, and then that way we can get into Charlotte Castle to go down and have a conversation with the Dragon Lord about how naughty he's being.
Indeed. So far, all we found is the Silver Harp and the eventual Radiant Spot. But we still need to find another cave that we can use to trade the Silver Harp in, and of course our stones and our token, which could be in a search spot on the Overworld, or in Hawksness, or in Cole, speaking of Cole, or it could be in a chest somewhere in a dungeon.
And speaking of Cole, up to NG found Erdrick's token, so he is now 2 of 3 pieces in. We still do have to find that wonderful staff cave to turn the staff, the heart for the staff. But Asmati right behind him, so he's about to go get his stuff too. Those two are kind of right on each other's heels at the moment.
Yeah, it should be a close race between the two of them. Of course, we also have 4 other runners off stream. We'll keep you updated as to whether they finish or not, but we can't see them at the moment.
So yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a close race all around. Everybody is super close. Lavkin does have his key now, so he is still just ending his search at the bottom of grave here. I think he went grave before he actually went and got the treasury in the castle.
Looks like he found a death necklace in the 4th chest in grave. Going for the 5th now shortly if he can get away from this metal slime.
Nah, metal slime's going to hit him with that baby breath and send him back upstairs.
Oh, apparently we have coordinates. North 62, west 23.
All right, so we did, yeah. Looks like Up to NG did have a key when he went in there, so he's able to do that. And now Lavkin finding his complimentary sword and armor, so we're going to be able to withstand a lot more now.
Oh, for sure. Finding all the Erdrick's armors.
Yeah, he just checked and he's like, oh, well, hello there.
So, of course, the chests aren't disappearing here. The way this works is there are only 8 bits in the game that you can use for treasure chests. And basically it says that each one is open. He opened 4 in the grave, so that's 4 there. He opened 3 when he went back into the throne room, because they're the original 3 you open. So that's 7, so one of those down there should have disappeared. Anyway.
Well, he had actually gotten down. He actually got down and a little ways into the cave, so he did see, I think, all of the chests. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, I mean, he did. He was able to, again, activate that potential gold grind due to the fact of the limitations of the NES back in the day.
Yeah. Now we haven't seen that last chest down in the bottom of grave. So if he were to get down there with his 8 chests open and it was gold, he could continuously open the chest and get more and more gold every time. I guess between 5 and 750 or something like that. However, the death necklace was the 4th chest, and because he already has it in his inventory, he will get around 125 gold, I think, per time opening that.
Yep, anywhere between 120 and 25. So not terrible, but I mean, you got to really go down there and sit there for a hot minute. That's a long time to grind just a small amount of gold.
Yep. Of course, the most they're going to want out of it really is a silver shield, but with all that agility, large shield's probably going to be enough.
Yeah, so he's got the gold now. He's going to probably go here, sell that curse belt again, and he's we're going to check here. So, decisions, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord of Dungeons getting some Lord of Dungeons getting some exploration in. Hopefully he's going to have a little more luck here. He's just not having a lot of luck trying to get away from some of the stuff and trying to get through where he's at. He's just had a little bit of a rough evening here.
Indeed.
But we do have Asmati still on the exploration track here. And it looks like we have a little bit of a freeze up here up to a G, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
He did say he was having some OBS trouble earlier, so that could be it.
Gotcha. Okay. Not terrible then. He's probably still in the race, just having some issues with OBS. I know that I kind of had a stream the other day and had some early OBS issues just due to the fact of I couldn't get anything going, and once I did, my stream caught like some kind of lag and just completely drew it out. So I do understand that, unfortunately. OBS is not the end-all be-all of things.
Definitely not. He's still racing. He's still in the SRL room. So.
All right. So Lavkin taking down a Wraith Knight with Hurt More, so not terrible. He's found another town, but I believe it's Hawksness he's getting ready to walk into. Yep. So he's going to go and check out the same spot everybody else has and see that it's a red dragon. Not the time.
Lord of Dungeons just died again on his way to his silver harp. If he could just get through Mountain Cave, he'd be able to pick up his key and have all the power he ever needed.
Yeah, this thing is just, I mean, it's not being nice to him right now. He's having a little bit of a rough time. Like you said, just trying to get through Mountain Cave and get down there and get that key. So far, we haven't actually seen the second continent yet, Mike. Everybody has found at least Swamp North, but nobody's gone through it yet.
I think one person has, but I'm not sure who. I saw someone wandering in a weird spot.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's possible that somebody has made it through.
Ah, that's Maddie. Right. Must have been.
Yeah. Okay. No, actually, he winged out of there. So I guess the second continent is a song. I did see him use the wings. So it's possible that there's nothing over there. Golem. So that's... Yeah, so that's rough. He did check the spike tile in the swamp cave, and it's just not what he was looking for. We do have Lord of Dungeons sitting there, but we do hear his music, so I think he just kind of took a small break there for a second. Probably grabbing some water or something along that. So, yeah, I mean, we're moving still. We haven't got up to NG back just yet, but we do know he is, again, still running.
There we go. Fighting some Star Wyverns as well.
Well, hello there.
When you've got Erdrick's Sword and you've got a good bit of HP to get through them.
Yeah, and of course, you know, not terrible. They are super susceptible to hurt more. And I just saw Asmati adjust his death or his fighter's ring, so I'm wondering if that was a miss menu or if he's just trying to get out of there.
If he's adjusting his fighter's ring, he's going for a gold grind. And he was back in Mountain Cave a few minutes ago.
Okay, so he's going to go ahead and head down here, and he's going for that silver shield.
Seems like for sure.
Okay, so we see Lord of Dungeons doing a reset there. Looks like he had saved just before one of those last ones. 67 agility at level 6, man. That's still just... wow.
Yeah, that's a lot for level 6. Of course, it'll probably plateau for a while and hit just about where you need it to be around usually level 14 or 15.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we see like level 11, 12, we do see a super spike in strength. And, you know, maybe some of the HP to catch up, because we're still super low on HP at the moment. Not terrible MP, but not game-ending stats either.
That is a good question that I will find actually. So if
Oh, man. Lord of Dungeons finding a golem and sending him back, so he's just going to reset and save some time there. That was just... he's just not having good luck in that desert, man. I think what he's trying to do is find him a grind spot, try to get him 7, but I mean, everything is just super spicy in that desert, trying to knock him out. But, Lord of Dungeons, good news! Just get past this to level 7 and you will be good to go, man. Well, I promise you. So I know the one town we've not seen yet is Rimeldar. I mean, not that it matters on some of our racers, we do already have what we need as far as keys, but there is still a chest there in Rimeldar that could have, you know, some kind of goodies.
And Schmike, yes, Lord of Dungeons is Strength Agility. So he will have a boosted agility over the other 3 runners who are all using Strength HP.
Right, so I mean, he's already got the advantage as far as his agility, you know, compared to everybody else because you know his build. But yeah, I mean, I feel bad for him. He just hasn't been able to get down into that key just yet. Meanwhile, as Mahdi getting down and getting his death necklace, so he does have that. He's going to go and find this last chest, see what's down there. And Lord of Dungeons finding Gierenham finally, so he's gonna take a look, see what's in here. If I'm him, I've got that large shield on my mind.
Yep, he just picked up Hurt more as well, so should have a lot better chance now of killing some things. Ah, there is money at the bottom of the grave, which means we definitely have a gold grind. But without outside, you've got to either grind up extra money. So if you're looking for Silver Shield, instead of 14.8, you're going to want 29 something. Or you're going to want to run out and not die.
Right, but again, I didn't really see anything that's there that they can't handle with the armor and sword already, and hurt more. He has got a full menagerie of spells and full HP at this point, so I don't really see a need for him to have to try and do anything crazy at this point.
Yeah, and in fact, because every enemy in there is so easy to kill, and probably will have a harder time killing you, the better option is to run out. So maybe grab 15,000 just to have a little bit extra, and then walk your way out.
And up to NG is
level and get outside on the way out.
Good point. Up to NG does find our free cave, so we're going to find out and see what we've got in this chest here in just a second. It says empty, but it might be empty.
It was empty. He's either got max herbs or okay, so he's got 5 keys, so it's an herb.
Yeah, so not terrible there. It's nice to know, but not really the needed piece to that. So as Mighty Games is going to get upstairs and he's going to get away with this gold, so he's getting the silver shield right off the get-go. I'm assuming that others are going to try and go and find that last chest before too long. Up to NG is pretty close, but he does find the Staff of Rain Cave, so he's going to trade that harp in.
Just thinking about it now, we've got coordinates. No one has gotten to try to count them out yet. And the only 2 items that could be on the coordinates now are the Stones of Sunlight or the Fairy Flute. So there's a better than 50% chance, I would say, that the stones are actually on the Overworld.
Yeah, because again, the only other thing I can't think of we found is the Rimmildar chest, and I get, like you said, about 50-50 on this.
No. But the flute has a higher chance of being in Sherlock as well. So there's more chests for the flute to be in than there is for the stones.
Very, very good point.
So if I were up to NG now, if he has the coordinates, I'd start looking.
Yeah, I mean, I know we saw the coordinates. I don't remember what they were off the top of my head, but I don't know if they're super walkable or if we're going to need to go and rescue the princess.
62 north, 23 west. Doesn't look walkable from here.
Well, we do find Breckenary, so we're going to get a budget sleep. So not terrible. He is level 11 with 89 HP. So level 11 brings a super spicy jump in HP. And magic to boot. He's got 73 MP.
Yay, Breckenary.
That Breck 6 will leave the light on for you.
Ooh,
all right, so, man, you gotta love that. That one axe, or that one Hurtmore axe knight is always great. Nice little grind right there. So potential grind spot, since both the spike tiles are super spicy enemies and just not really worth trying to, especially at this level, not worth trying to do anything about right now.
Yep. Honestly, the best grind I've seen so far is probably to be in Hoxness, but rather than go for the red dragon, just wander around in the desert tiles and look for the armored knights and the axe knights, because it's single hurt more for the axe and a double hurt more for the armored.
Yeah, so Lord of Dungeons hitting level 8. He is finally able to get to the bottom levels of Mountain Cave. He's got his key now, so now he's going to be able to kind of get a start on his stuff here.
Yep, now we've got Rimmildar. Up to NG, going to check the one chest there.
2 for 1 special.
Oh yeah, 1 for 2. I'd say.
Yeah, that's a better way to put that, I guess, because that is just awful. It has to happen like that.
Seeing that a lot lately, actually. But you can't leave the chest. You can't just assume that's what's going to be and leave it, because you never know. It could be what you need.
Right, and I mean at this point, the only things he's needing is those stones, or even the flute. So not a bad jump. Of course, he could just be getting ready to head downstairs and find out that at the bottom there is gold, so the possible gold grind. But he hasn't opened up the top chest, so he's not going to be able to get that gold grind just yet. And it looks like level 11 brings Repel, so he's going to be able to get down to the bottom of this with absolutely no problems.
Yeah, all the enemies in here are pretty weak. You might find one or two. Just thinking about the way up to NG plays, I think he'll stay with the large shield the whole way.
Yeah, that's my thought process too. So we do have a torch in the Stones of Sunlight cave in the vanilla version. So that's one less chest to find anything. So it looks like that flute may be down in the bottom of Charlotte Castle. And it looks like Asmati has found Charlotte Castle. It's nice. Very nice.
Big C.
Alright, so he's found the way to it. He knows how to get back here. He's just got to go find that last piece. And at this point, we're kind of at the point of, yeah, that's where the stones are at in the coordinates.
The only other place would be Coxness, under the Red Dragon.
That's a very good point. So now we do have Lord of Dungeons finally going to get his complimentary gear. And he hasn't. Yeah, he does have a gold grind going, so he's actually going to check and see if that's what it is. Gotta check the status, buddy. But yeah, he's getting all of his gear now, so he's ready to go. Yeah, so far the count is 2 cursed belts.
Of course, the third could be in Charlock as well, so it's always great when you find 3 because you know you have 3 search spots available, at least in these flags. But sometimes you can only find 1 and all 3 search spots are still available because the other 2 belts are in Charlock.
So, looking at the stats menu for Lord of Dungeons, with all of his gear on, he has 80 agility at level 8. Sweet mother of God, that is insane.
Very nice.
Alright, is Monty hitting level 11, catching up to NG as far as levels go, so you're going to get that super spicy HP MP gain. That's going to help him out quite a bit. He's kind of been like, I don't really need to do this because of the HP I'm at right now, still exploring.
$89 with Healmore and Erdrick's Sword. You can almost take on the Red Dragon now?
Just about. And of course, Lord of Dungeons now, like, I've got a sword. Let's go.
Yeah, very nice to see for him. He's going to be really pleased to be able to kill just about everything.
Yeah, I think right now it's just going to be catch-up for him, but, he's going to be able to kind of get some kills along the way, so he'll be able to do what he needs to as far as getting through all of this. And he does have his keys. So let's see here. Asmati has 92 defense with the Silver Shield. Yeah, that's not a terrible statement.
To see the Plate Drakima on Lord of Dungeon's side. Another fun effect of the chest glitch, or the gold grind.
Yeah, so he's grinding these chests here real quick to fill up on whatever's inside. Does have 6 magic keys now. He's kind of right set where he needs to go. And he's set for that gold grind if he can make that on the bottom. And I think at this point he's able to.
He should be able to. Hurt more, heal more, Erdrick's Sword and armor. He should be fine. For those that don't know, the Erdrick's armor is one of the better armors in RPG history. Every step you take, it heals 1 HP. Stops spell from working on you, or prevents stop spell from working on you. It lowers the strength of fire breath used against you, and it lowers the strength of hurt more spells used against you.
So again, one of the most amazing armors in RPG history. And at the same token, with that armor, you're immune to all barrier tiles, which would be swamps and the barriers surrounding the coordinates guy in Cantlin. So, another amazing thing to have super early. And, most of our runners got that super early with the keys that they did pick up down in Mountain Cave. So Lord of Dungeon's starting to do.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say Lord of Dungeon's starting to catch up experience-wise now that he's got everything he needs to keep going. He's gonna get that exploration in and get what's down here. Meanwhile, everybody else is kind of still on an overworld explore and grind point. We've got almost every piece that we need. So it's just one of these. Got to keep going where we're going. I think up to NG is counting his steps.
Looks like it indeed. And Lavkin is fighting a golem in the overworld? Maybe looking for a lot of XP.
Yeah, that golem was just right around the area of the mountain cave. We did see Lord of Dungeons find him super early and get sent home off that little ugly shot.
Takes it out. I don't know if it's worth it yet, not with the amount of attacks and heal march you have to do. Maybe later on.
Agreed. Up to NG so far. Oh, he did it! He managed the walk and only got the fairy flute, which means we're going to have to go into Hawksness and take care of that dragon.
Ooh. Well, you've got the gear to do it. It's just a matter of watching what you're doing, spending your heal mores wisely.
And
he's going straight forward.
Yeah, well, the other kicker to it is what does he have? We haven't, we've seen everybody get there, and everybody's been able to run because of their agility. So we haven't even seen any of his abilities yet. So this is going to be an interesting dragon. Hopefully, probably a very game-changing dragon.
Fingers crossed for sleep and DL2 breath.
That is a very dirty combo. Well, here we go. Up 2 NG is going to go ahead and give it a shot at level 12. Not a terrible idea. Again, you've got the stats for it. You've got everything you need. But he's not full on magic. So again, though, you're not going to use much magic with the exception of heal more. I don't think this is the play I'd go for just yet. I'd go back and rest at Cantlin just north of you.
Yeah, being so close, I definitely would as well.
Well, here we go. We're going to find out what we got right here. Oh, there's the sleep.
Very nice.
Oh, you called it. Oh, my goodness.
Of course, with Erdrick's armor, the Fire Breath is not doing as much damage, but... Oh, wow.
Ouchville population up to NG, man. That's painful.
I did not get me on. That was a complete guess.
Oh, the commentator's curse is real, ladies and gentlemen.
True fun, police.
Break out those lights and sirens. So now the question is do you go back over by Breckenary and grind those Axe Knights that you know are there, or do you just go in Hawksness and grind the AK-47s? I mean, that's still a little bit of XP there too.
Well, you've got Stop Spell, at least most racers do by now, so I'd go and try that a couple times first, and if not, I'd probably stay around Hawksness.
So as Mahdi finding Rimmildar, about to find out the 1-for-2 special here.
We're getting all the memes today.
I know, man. Just the thing that would just make it amazing would have been a Sparko Bridge find. That would have been icing on the cake right there.
I did see Asmati walk by one, or up to NG, one of them, but neither one of them checked it. Now, of course, if we had the Sparko Bridge with the item, icing on the cake.
Right. Like I said, icing on the cake. I'm done. We can call that for the night.
Yep. And just stop the seed. We don't need to play anymore.
Thou who findest the Sparko Bridge is the immediate winner.
Just give them all their SRL points and leave it at that.
Winning forever. The tracking will stop because I slam my head in the keyboard. All right, so our first red dragon in the overworld, just south of Rimmildar. So we got that. Asmati's going to try it, though. He doesn't know the combo's there, though.
Must be a low chance of sleep because it hasn't used it at all.
Well, there's the fire breath, so yeah, he's going to hit the stop spell. He's like, no, we ain't going to run that chance.
He gets it immediately, too, but still hasn't seen the sleep.
There it is. He sees it now. He's like, oh, thank you for the preemptive stop spell.
We've got Lavkian running it, too, and hasn't seen a sleep. And up to NG.
He is seeing that deal, too. So, you know, if I'm him and I see that... it's just me. If I see him throw DL2, I'm throwing stop spell just on the off chance.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's got it going for him here, so he might be able to get through this. Oh, there's the sleep. One turn sleep though. Thankfully, a good shot. He's got enough HP into this stuff. He's just going to give it a shot and try and play out. He's done his last heal more here.
Yeah, the step spell wasn't worth it because you lose a heal more.
And he got it. So he's going to get those stones. All right, so he's ready. He knows where Jerk Cave is. He is already set for Charlotte Castle if he so deems so to give it a shot.
Spike putting out, even if the Red Dragons just got healed, you want it stopped, and that's very true.
Yeah, because you're still not hitting them for very much. So yeah, you're going to want to just kind of do what you can to alleviate that ugly sleep, heal, whatever they've got. But in this case, Wombo combo is not very nice. And we still have one more spike tile to go, though. So this could be the true protector of the Dragon Lord as well.
Indeed. And
so we do have Lord of...
Dragon.
Oh, yeah. So we do have Lord of Dungeons, though. He is starting to catch up a little bit here. He does have his fighter's ring and his death necklace, so he did manage to get to the very bottom. He got a gold grind, so all he's got to do now is get up to the town up here, grab his silver shield, and he is set. And with that ridiculous agility he's got, woo! Yes, Kaimon, we did check the spike tile in Swamp Cave. It is a golem on that spike tile as well.
Ooh, up to NG ran out of magic and couldn't get through a Red Dragon. I guess he was using it for grinding because he's already got his stones.
Yeah, so I think he's just trying to level up here, which is not an awful strategy, but you're just going to be using up a lot of magic and a lot of time trying to grind the Red Dragon this early.
This early, yeah. I can't say the Golem's any better because you're losing time for the Fairy Flute jingle to play. And still possibly heal mooring, so...
Yeah, that's 8 seconds, plus you're going to be heal mooring quite a bit if he does wake up, because those things do hit super hard. So, yeah, I'm thinking that's not a bad play. Honestly, my play right here would be definitely... I know one of the runners does know, hey, around Breckenary, where I was earlier, we do have Axe Knights. We also know that Hawksness has... the Axe Knight and the Armored Knight, so not a bad spot to grind just there without bothering the dragon at all.
Yeah, I'd definitely go for Hawksness myself. It's there's a certain enemy set there. You go for what you can, and it's only going to take hurt mores.
Yeah, and that looks like what Asmodi's going to do here. He's just going to sit here and grind Hawksness. You have a town just north of you, and the walk to the town is not terrible, especially that you have Repel. With this high agility seed, you're going to be able to get up there with no problem.
Yeah. So we've got Lavkin and up to NG closing in at level 13. Asmadi just hit level 12, and Lord of Dungeons is not that far away from level 11. Still have 4 more racers off stream, of course, that we don't know where they are.
Right, so this is honestly, kind of looking how everybody's playing, this is honestly anybody's race here. So it's going to be interesting to see, in-game how we play. Asmadi right now, though, I think I'm going to give the advantage to Asmadi, just for the simple fact is we're doing the grind, and we're doing that grind in Hawksness instead of bothering the Red Dragon. He doesn't have the stones yet, but again, if I'm Asmadi, I might grind 13, that way I know I have a complete shot at making this happen.
Yeah, for sure.
And he does know that the red dragon has the wombo combo due to finding that red dragon overworld wise. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see a stop spell right immediately. So blue dragons, of course, we know what the hurt more chance for a blue dragon is. He does manage to get the first one off. So this is, I think, only the second blue dragon we found. Up to NG is going to go ahead and try and fight this golem. He's got the flute. I think put him to sleep, and he's going to have to heal more as soon as he puts him to sleep.
Yeah. I think that's why really now fighting the golems is not the greatest idea. Asmodee's got the best spot here.
That missed menu, man. That at least he had him asleep. That could have super cost him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's 255 experience right there. I think he's actually grinding this columns on purpose.
I mean, they're still a viable enemy. They do have 255 experience, same as the metal slime. So it's certainly a possibility to do, but I think Asmodee is probably going to get some experience a bit quicker.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like I said, you've got the super easy walk to Cantlin. You've got the plethora of enemies who can go down to 1 or 2 hurt mores. Yeah, this is. I think this is Asmodee's game here. But we do have Ladkin who's just deciding, hey, I'm going to go into Sharlock see what I can find.
Yep, use a rainbow drop while you got it just as well. You never know, the first floor could be full of wizards that are really easy to kill, or green dragons, or X Knights. Or he could
and there we go.
Anything.
Well, we do have it, and he did cast Repel as soon as he walked in. So, with the high agility that we do have on the seed, he's going to repel quite a few of the stuff, but not everything. So he's going to just be looking for the quality monsters to get that XP.
Mike puts up a good point. You think you'd rather be on the spike tile for the golem? Yeah, you're guaranteed a golem every step, which is great, or every second step. But it may be a little further away from a town. At least right here, he's 1 step away from the town. And same with Asmodee, he's only a few steps away from another town.
Well, actually, I believe with the swamp cave, we do have coal that's right next to it, so not too far of a walk for a town. But he did not check the spike tile because he walked the coordinates on his own. So he doesn't even have the knowledge that that's there. Again, not a terrible play, but like I said, he doesn't know that it's there. He's just using his repel strategy to get the golem. So, not a bad play, but everybody else does it. Or well, at least Asmodee has that knowledge of the golem spike tile. But again, he's choosing to go in here, take on the blue dragons, the armor knights, and the axe knights. He's catching super quick up to a G with his experience. And Lavkin catching level 13 off of the golem kill there. So he's just kind of going to play this out, going to go to the bottom of Sharlock and see what's there. He's already been fighting Sharlock enemies this far. So why not go down there and check it out? I mean, it's not a terrible grind spot there either.
Yep, that's right. Nothing you need in the treasury, so there's no point in going in there, I don't think. Might pick up a couple of herbs. The wizards are amazing on the way down. Although you're still only doing 18 damage to them. I haven't seen them check their stats in a while. I'd like to see what their attack actually is.
And the wizards do have heal, so that's a possible maybe cast. Ooh, wizards with DL2 sending Lavkin back up top.
Which makes getting 48 strength. Okay. So you really need to be around 81 to be Dragonlord eligible. Maybe a little more.
So at this point, it's just going to be grind and go mode for everybody. We still have Lord of Dungeons who is catching up as far as the items and stuff like that. But did I just see a 91 agility right there? Man, that's spicy.
Very, very nice.
Agility, say what? All right, so Asmodee's going to go ahead and get his stones here. He does have that knowledge, so he can throw it out there, but no effect off the first shot. There he goes. He got it on the next one. He's still alive, thankfully, for that DL2. So he's going to be able to get his heal more in, and hopefully, he plays this out right. He's got enough magic, enough everything he needs. He just got to swing out on this guy.
Oh yeah, take your time, do it right. Same as your Dragon Lord fight. Just watch your HP. You know he can still do 48 to you with your DL2 breath. So actually, swinging on 47 is a little bit of a risk, but pretty low.
Yeah, he'd have to super max out the roll finger. But hey, it's play it safe or play to win or play safe. That's my opinion. There's the 48 though. Wow. So I say that and I see that happen. It's like, maybe sometimes playing it safe is just good.
It's always fun when you're at the Dragon Lord and you know you don't have enough attacks to win or enough heal mores to attack through. It's like, well, I've got to take the chance. When do I take it?
Yeah, and so far I think in my entire commentating and actually watching these races and stuff like that, I can count a total of 2 times that I've seen anybody win out with a Swagmore. That is Ness Cardinality, one of them. One of the most amazing Swagmores I've ever seen. He had literally nothing left. He's like, you know what? Do or die, and he got it.
Yeah, it's amazing feeling when you get it, I'll tell you. I've actually done it myself in a race. It's probably a chaos race, but it didn't matter. I just tried it and I got it and I kind of froze for a second. It's like, oh my god, I just did that. And then I thought, I should go and win the game now.
Right. It's like, no. We're done. We're good. We got this. So Lord of Dungeons did see the spike tile, didn't like it, took off running.
And this must be Cole, just outside Swamp.
Yeah, so he's gonna get the item here. Again, he's a little bit behind, but he's not in a terrible behind spot. He can still manage this. Just gonna have to kind of get through everything. And it's not Cole. It's actually it's actually Cantlin. So not terrible. Which means
north.
Yeah, which means he can get over to Hawksness right below him. And again, another grind spot for him. He could easily catch up, but he is behind as far as the items go too. He doesn't have but just the silver harp that he did find, so he's got to catch up there as far as exploration and everything too.
Yep, you still got to get the coordinates. You still got to go challenge the Red Dragon and beat him.
Right. We know that the Red Dragon has that. He's not been in Hawksness yet himself, so he doesn't know that that's there. Just he's got to catch up item-wise, but it's super easy to do still in his current state of everything. He's got the absolute best gear money can buy or find.
Yep, and you never know. I mean, Sherlock is still, like everybody calls the randomizers, they always have the great equalizer level. Well, Sherlock is definitely the great equalizer. You could find a Red Dragon, not want to waste MP, all of a sudden sleep, deal 2. Go again.
Yeah, you just gotta play it out, and so far, we have seen that the wizards are there. They do have DL2, so it's kind of one of those big time plays. Is how do you want to do this? Up to NG still grinding golems. Asmati though has decided he's going to start grinding golems as well. He's gone down to the spike tile, so he's going to be getting that XP just a slight bit faster. And again, he's got Cantlin right next to him as he exits the cave, so not a terrible play here.
Nope, not at all. He's actually getting the golems a little bit faster than up to NG, but at the same time, up to NG has been grinding for a little longer, so it will take him a while to catch up. He's still gaining faster experience, but it's just going to take a little bit longer than normal.
Yeah, so while we're here in grind mode, guys, I will go ahead and throw it out there. Definitely check out every one of these guys' channel. They do more. They do race or do more than just race. Dragon Warrior Randomizer. A lot of them play a lot of different games. So definitely go out, give them follows, check out their channels, as well as our staff here, Cyber Dark 86, Kaimon Renakai as well. Check everybody out, give them a follow. Like I said, everybody runs all kinds of different things, so we do have quite a few things to provide more than just Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Indeed, it's always nice to have a good crew here. Camion's always on. You've done a couple of races now in the last few weeks. I'm usually racing. I hate being in here, but hey, I'm here.
I'm not gonna lie. I do love being here in the booth on Sundays for you guys. For me. I do like to use my voice for more than just talking at work every day. So it's kind of nice to get in here and actually give you guys someone to listen to. Could have been a contender, yeah. But hey, it's fun times. I do like to race myself, so I know I've been kind of absent in the races here lately, guys. You'll start seeing me back on these races a lot more. So kind of look forward to that. But Sundays, I like to spend my Sundays here in the booth and just say hey to guys.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, and we're always glad to have you here. Same as everybody else that ever volunteers. Always glad for the volunteers.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, as I've always said, without these racers, we don't have, we who do volunteering here, we don't really have anything to do but talk to you guys. These guys are the guys who give you the entertainment. So, thanks to the racers, and of course, yes, thanks to everybody who takes their time out to make these races a thing and make everything possible for you guys to actually watch these races and watch these guys do what they do.
And definitely a big thanks to SpeedGaming as well for hosting one of our weekly races, one of our two.
And speaking of weekly races, I believe we do have another weekly race on Wednesday.
Yep, Wednesday will be your non-standard flags. I don't think we've set a flag set for this week yet. Last week it was similar to our tiebreaker flags we use in tournaments, except we made it a little bit slower. Normally you'd have short Sherlock where you walk in on the bottom floor. This time we made a full Sherlock, and I changed something else that I don't remember what it was. But we made it a little bit slower, and it was a pretty fun flag set, actually.
Oh, yeah. I did actually happen to catch that on the fly after the race had happened, just because my Wednesday was super busy. But it looked like a great race, and it was amazing to watch everybody. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out and check and see what we've got coming up. We'll have more of that posted to our Discord, so you guys can check that out.
So we've got each race right now at a different level.
I was just getting ready to say that we did have Lord of Dragons decide he's going to go in there and try to take on the Red Dragon. Unfortunately, did not realize that Red Dragon is still super spicy at level 12. It's doable, but he's just got to have that knowledge of sleep and DL2. So didn't have it going into it. Not a terrible thing, but he can kind of pick himself up, try again.
Yep. Got up to NG and Lavkian both running the Golem. Seems like Asmadi has gotten back to the X-Knights and Armored Knights in Hoxness.
Yeah, I mean it's a super easy strategy, and it doesn't waste a lot more resources. It's easier to get back to where you need to be, so not a terrible grind. I don't blame him for it. I think XP per second, I give that edge to Asmadi just for the simple fact is he's getting more things and able to kill them faster, which is a hurt more work, dude.
18 hit points on level 14. I've missed the last couple levels for up to NG. Up to 96 HP, though.
Stag's calling for a deviation-based vanilla map. Yeah, come on now. I don't know.
Vanilla map, at least you know where everything should be.
Yeah, I was gonna say those vanilla maps can be fun, but it's awful when you get that. Just absolutely worthless free cave where Cantlin is supposed to be.
Oh no, the worst is when you start where Cantlin is supposed to be. Because then you have to work through
that is a rough
zones
start
to get to the closest thing, which is Vanilla Hoxness.
Yeah, that's rough when you do have that start. So I'm not sure if we've got a freeze from Lord of Dungeons or if he's kind of just taking a second to, get where he needs to be. He's not forfeit the race, so I'm thinking we either have a small issue or he's just taking a slight break. Either way, we do have all of our other racers still moving and grinding. Asmati getting over here to Cantlin again, getting the refill with 111 HP at level 14. Man, we have got some big strategies that could be happening here in the final bits of the game here.
Right, so I'm just seeing 125 in level 15, at least anyway. So there's only another 5 HP you need, and you can use your Death Necklace strats. Death Necklace, of course, in the vanilla game just cursed you and did nothing else. In the randomizer, it still curses you, so you can't enter Tangential Castle anymore. But at the same time, it also gives you 10 extra attack, and takes away 25% of your HP.
Not a terrible trade-off, especially when you need some attack power to finish off the Dragon Lord. I mean, at this point, I really haven't seen anybody bring up the stat screen here lately, so I don't know where our strength is sitting at. I know we were sitting super low early game, so there's a possibility this could be a 17 or 18 seed as far as levels go, just for the simple fact that we just don't have enough strength. We got everything else. We've got the agility. We know that. We've got the defense. We know that. But I just don't think we have the strength yet.
Definitely have the HP and MP. Up to NG is actually at 130, so he can use a Death Necklace now. 94 MP means you have, 11 heal mores? So you're probably pretty good there once you get the strength, but if he hasn't started his dive yet, then he definitely doesn't have enough strength.
Yeah, I'm just now kind of seeing that. So yeah, that's super amazingly spicy level 15 to have that much HP. So we definitely have a shot to go here when needed. We do have Labkin and Up to NG kind of grinding the exact same pieces here. Up to NG been grinding this for a lot longer than everybody else has, so he's super close to 16. Whereas Labkin has just kind of started that gold grind down at Spike Tile, and Asmati Games again taking the Axe Knight, Armored Knight, and whatever else is there in Hawksness. So some pretty interesting strategies. Mike says, I think we have 65 strength at 15, so yeah, just not quite there yet, guys.
You're going to want to see another 16 or 17 over the next couple of levels in order to dive. Or if you want to use Death Necklace strats, maybe good away with 6 or 7.
Yeah, and again, we haven't seen that big spike in strength. So, I mean, that is still a viable thing coming up here, maybe within the next level or two.
Yeah, should see that within probably 2 golems for Up to NG, actually.
Yeah, so big crossed fingers here for Up to NG, hoping that he can get that. Meanwhile, we do have Asmati pretty close to 15, so he's going to get that big jump in HP, MP. And again, Lapkin right behind Up to NG, trying to catch up as far as the experience. Now he's got the advantage experience-wise because he is doing that grind. Okay, so now we have Lord of Dungeons back. He's just taking a small break. I think he just needed to have that moment of a Zen-like moment. So I think he's back and we're ready to get this going.
Excellent. Still in the game. You can't never count yourself out.
You know, I've always had the, even running these races, any kind of like football, any given Sunday, so any given moment you are able to catch up. Yeah, we are behind, but hey, you never know what happens. Just run it and keep going.
Yep, you could get a racer stuck in Sherlock for a long time.
Oh yeah, I know that I have had personally a couple of races that I've run with some of the top tier runners. It was, don't get me wrong, they were garbage seeds, man. Like dumpster fire inside of a garbage dump inside of a freaking dumpster, and it was just god awful. But we had some top tier runners decide, you know what, not for me, I'm done, and I just kept going and grinding. So again, any kind of give and run can be like that.
You see, Up to NG here, 133 HP, 100 MP, 117 attack, and I think it was 84 or 85 defense. Looks like he's going for another level. He doesn't want to use Death Necklace strats. Of course, Death Necklace strats really would bring you maybe 2 or 3 attack power under what you need. 84 defense is not quite where you want to be. You want to be at 86. So the extra level, go to level 17, should probably be it.
Yeah, Asmati and Lord of Dungeons have that advantage, though, because they do have the Silver Shield. So yeah, 65, 84, 130, 99 for his Mahdi. He does have the advantage just because, again, that silver shield brings that extra defense. So he's able, in my opinion, I think he's able to pretty close to defense break a lot of things going down into Charlock. So his Charlock dive should be pretty easy if he decides to go with this route. But again, with only 65 strength, you're not quite ready. But you do have the opportunity to maybe grind out a level there in Charlock Castle.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. You've got the... If you knew you could get down there without burning any MP, I'd almost try to get the last amount of level on the way down. But if you think you're going to burn MP on the way down, it's probably better not to grind in there.
Very much agreed on that one. So, Lord of Dungeons, unfortunately having just a really rough time. Gets sent home by that red dragon again. He's bound and determined. He said, I am going to get this guy.
And sometimes that's what it takes, just beating your head against the wall.
And Lord of Dragons is just saying, you know what? I've had enough. Hakai to the Metal Scorpion. You can go bye-bye. Oh my! Double back-to-back Hakai on the Golem saying, you know what? I'm getting this.
Very, very nice.
So he's again, you know, there's a free 255 right there with the double shot of the of the major big attack there. Yeah, that's a nice game for him. So it brings him back in the game a little bit. But he knows those are there, so he could really definitely pull off a grind here. But again, he's still got items he's got to find. And without that flute, no, I'm thinking go find the flute, man.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
Yep, there you go. So he's going to go ahead and take off and find the pieces he needs. Unfortunately, we do know that he's got to beat that red dragon. He's got to get his stones from there. But he still has the cave. He's got the token. So he's only missing those two pieces.
Yep, just needs to turn in his harp for his staff, grab the stones, and then head right back to Garenham.
Yeah, so Lavkin getting right there. He's about to hit his level 16. Then he's going to, kind of take a look at his stats again and see what's there. Again, with those two having large shields, not ready defensively, but as Mahdi is, like I said, grinding for his 16, he's going to have a little bit more stats when he gets there. With that silver shield, he's going to see the strength that's there, but it's just not quite ready. You got to give the question: do we drop down in there and maybe grind in Charlock? And I don't remember seeing a town close to Charlock.
Charlock is just southeast of Hoxton, actually, so it's not that far away from Caitlin.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you still got that walk though.
Yeah.
If you run out of magic in the grind down there, you run out of the ability to cast outside. You'll have to walk all the way back up.
And see, this is where I'd try to go myself, and I'll probably lose because of it. But you've got just a little bit less attack than you want, and you've got more than enough defense so that the Dragon Lord's attacks aren't doing any more than Fire Breath is. You've got lots of heal mores, and it's an hour and 15 in, and no one is not done. So, to me, I'd try it, but again, I'm usually not in the top half of the racers, so
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be right there in that same boat of give it a shot. What could happen? At the same token, though, you can get down there and exactly see what the DL1 fight's going to give you. So having that knowledge is a little bit of an advantage because then you have to know I need to do A, B, or C, kind of see where he's going to play, see how nice he's going to be, and see exactly what I'm going to have. All right, so 75 strength, 89 agility for Lavkin. So, yeah, again, do you make the shot? Do you not make the shot? He's going to go back in the cave and continue his grind. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of play that out that way. We're definitely going to see 17.
Very much so. Up to NG is, what, 12,000 is it for 17? Or is it 12.5? I don't remember.
Good question. I can't off the top of my head remember either, but he's at least close. So we'll see what 17 brings, and if he can get at least a decent jump in some strength, we may see a Charlotte grind. 12,000 says Mike. So yeah, we're close. We could see a Charlotte grind here in the next few minutes or so. I say grind. I mean we could see a Charlotte dive. There we go.
Right.
So is Monty going to go back up to Cantlin, get a quick regain of some power, and back into the Hawkson's grind he goes. So yeah, two more fights here for up to NG. We'll see 17. We'll see where we go from there. So we do have Lord of Dungeons getting into Cantlin for the first time finally. He's going to pick up. So it looks like he's going to pick up a few tools and whatnot, get some herbs, get a refresh on a few things. Meanwhile, is Mahdi going down to go mess with the golem?
Maybe thing that's a little bit faster now. He's got some stronger, higher attack and everything. And again, you do have that every step as a golem. So I did see for a while he was wandering around the desert in Hoxus and wasn't finding anything for 3 or 4 steps, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, much better strat, especially since he's using the repel. He did get the high of 106 on a golem, so really nice that you didn't have to waste the 8 seconds to use the flute.
Definitely want to be using the flute here. Golem can still hit awful hard, even with the silver shield.
Oh yeah, you can see anything between 26 and 32. Even at level 15 in that goal, yeah, that's pretty. And Lavkin gaining fast, so yeah, he's getting close to him as well. I didn't see what level 17 was on up to NG. He did get it.
Missed it as well.
He's gone back. Yeah, he's gone back, so it looks like he may be getting ready to go for this grind.
Casting Repel right away before he takes the in. That way he recovers the MP. So yeah, he's pretty much headed out.
Yep, we have our first dive being attempted. Looks like, so we've got that going. Lavkin pretty close behind him, followed by Asmati Games, and we do have Lord of Dungeons who is gathering up his stuff, trying to get behind him. He did get his stones, which means he did drop that red dragon in Hoxton finally.
Is up to NG not seen Sherlock?
Dag says he saw it.
Sherlock was. Yeah.
No, you're good. He's right there. Stag said 17 off stream.
Yeah, it was a bit more north than I expected.
Yeah. So Stags did say he saw it 10 power, 22 HP. He didn't. I don't recall the rest. So yeah, 17 is go mode.
And for power, that will put you up to around 135, 137, something like that. 22 HP puts you up around 152, so definite Death Necklace now. Because once you get over 120 HP even, you're probably not going to get a full heal with Heal More. So it's kind of a waste.
All right, so just a quick update on the rest of our racers off screen. We do have our first forfeit from the race. So we have one racer who's decided, yeah, it's just not for me today, and has dropped out. So we still have our other runners still going. Nobody has finished up yet. So we are probably seeing everybody in the same spot here. And Kaimon with the track here, 11, 3, 23, and 1. So super
nice.
Huge jump in magic.
Definitely what you needed for the last level. And looks like Lavkin is getting ready to go as well.
Yep, so we have 2 runners now making their dives. And of course, Asmati not too far behind. A couple more golems, and this will be go mode for him. Lord of Dungeons, he is catching up on some experience, doing some exploration still. We do need to find Staffgate for him. We still need to get... We know for a fact that he doesn't have to go and get the coordinates because we know that that's just the flute. Not really a necessity unless he really feels like that's what he's going to grind.
Up to NG having a pretty good dive, not getting a whole lot of encounters, and the ones they have been getting is an easy run, at least so far.
Yeah, I've seen blue dragons for the most part. So he's getting down there super quick. We're all but the great equalizer comes as soon as he gets down these next set of stairs. And with the high agility, yeah, it's great, but whew, man, those red dragons, armored knights, anything that could possibly stop him from getting over you could be dangerous.
Yep.
Speaking of dangerous, here goes a red dragon he's able to run from.
Cast Repel just before he started the run on the last floor, so any wizards or star wyverns or werewolves won't even come after him.
And so far, it just looks like a crawling dragon level here at the bottom of the stairs. So he's going to be able to get over here, hopefully, to see what the Dragon Lord has to say.
Now all the encounters are coming in. And we've got red dragon on the spike tile.
It looks like he might have had some controller issues there for a second, but I think he's recovered there. So good see there, Mike. And red dragon spike tile. So yeah, one last red dragon they got to get through in Charlotte Castle.
Yeah, cast a stop spell right away, hit it too. So no worries. Although has to burn a heal more. Still leaves him with 10. Not too bad. Oh, and in the next step, another red dragon. Wow.
Trying to get away, but now it's like, not today. You're going to have to deal with me, son. Oh, man. Having to burn that extra heal more. Just not nice.
As Monty just hit 17, he'll be going shortly. And put asleep by the red dragon. Oh, no.
All right, so he's able to get away. He's got the herbs. Next step is another blue dragon. Man, he is just... They are really out to get him here.
Makes it to the Dragon Lord. 137, I wouldn't have used the herb, but 156 HP. He can probably take a few hits and not even worry about healing in the Dragon Lord one.
Yeah, the question here is do we go with the death... Oh, I don't think he... Up to NG never got the death necklace, so he's just going to have to play this out as it is.
Ah, right.
Oh, he does have it. Okay. Woo, man. All good, Camion. All good, man. So
racers is not a problem.
So lots of spicy hurt mores in the inability to get this guy down. He is just not going down easy.
A little less HP than what you usually want to go in. Hopefully no back attack. And there's not.
Oh no, Asmati is not able to find... Okay, there we go. Now he's... Oh, nope, wrong way. No, Asmati.
Oh, up to NG is thinking, does the attack on 45 or not?
So, very, very good observation, Mike. Asmati didn't go visit the jerk after he got everything, so he now has to come back and see the jerk. It's going to cost him a little bit of time. And, of course, we do now see that Lavkin got sent home on his dive in. Up to NG is working on finishing this out. So, yeah, it's a super spicy race. Barring any kind of missed menu, I think this is going to definitely be Up to NG's run here.
We don't have another finish off stream as of yet.
All right, so now we've got the Jerk Cave visit. Now we can go and dive Sherlock Castle.
We've all done it at least once.
Oh, I've done it more than once. I ain't gonna lie. I've had one run where I literally went to the dirt cave and I was like, wait a minute, why did he kick me out? Only to realize I didn't have my stones of sunlight.
Oh.
That was a 3-hour day.
Mm-hmm. Up to NG, down to his last 2 heal mores.
Oh man, here we go. Down to the last shot. Let's see what happens here. Woo! On the last heal more gets it. So get those GGs out. Up to NG does finish it. He's gonna head home, give that orb back. 158. Woof, man.
Wow, nearly top HP. So even with all that HP and the death necklace, still a tough fight.
All right, so Up to NG does finish first place with an official SRL time of 126.53. So we'll try to get him in here for an interview afterwards. Amazingly done, though. I mean, I don't think that could have been done any other way on this one.
No, Up to NG is pretty good at figuring out how to do it, and he definitely played a good game.
So we do have Lavkin jumping down there, getting ready to go do his. We do have Asmati Games now has level 17. So he's on his way down. He's diving. Yeah, this one's an interesting race. Lots
Both
of agility.
On the same floor.
Yep. So this one's just going to be encounter rate, I think. So far though, Asmati does have the advantage just because of that silver shield.
And that can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's the difference between defense breaking a blue dragon and a red dragon, I guess, at this point. Yeah, Lavkin is running into those blue dragons, so yeah, it's the huge difference right there of 14.5 in gold. Yeah, he is. He's repelling the blues. He's only running into a few. I think this is the first red he's run into. So if he can get away from this fight pretty unscathed, he still has an opportunity here to get down there. 152 max HP. Yeah, we're going to see definite death necklace strat from him as well.
Hello.
Hello, GG.
And joining us here in the booth, Up to NG. GG, buddy. That was an amazing race. You finished that just the only way anybody could have possibly finished this race, man.
That was pretty nasty. I mean, anytime you see the red dragons with the wombo combo, it is going to take some luck. So, yeah, I was pretty happy to get through Sharlock on my first try. I have to believe that a lot of the other runners are failing dives because nobody else has finished yet, and I didn't feel like my grind was that good. So I have to say, you know, maybe the runners off stream are failing dives, but. Yeah, I'll take it. It's you have to have a little bit of luck sometimes, especially when those red dragons are in the bottom zone like that.
Well, I tell you what, you say that about your grind. However, literally everybody followed suit. Everybody. The only thing that you didn't have was the knowledge that the golem was a spike tile at Swamp because you counted your coordinates instead of going against Princess.
Yeah, I think I actually did know that, but it's possible that my stream had died for a half a minute right around that time. So if that happened, I apologize. I saw my OBS flaking out a little bit, but yeah. So I knew the golem was up there, but it was like I couldn't really remember how to get back to Swamp Cave. I felt like it was pretty far north, and you know, not really near a town. So, I don't know. I don't know if, like, just going up there to fight the golems and the spike would have been better, but we'll see.
Actually,
how it feels.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say the Swamp North is right next to Cantlin.
Right next to where now?
So, right next to Cantlin, right where you were grinding over by, just next to Hawks' Cantlin area, off to the west just a little bit was Swamp North.
Oh, it wasn't as far away as I thought then. Okay.
Oh,
Maybe
good though.
I
mean,
in the other entrance or something, and I don't remember. Like, Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I felt like I thought that where I thought it was far away, and and I just couldn't quite remember where it was. So I just didn't want to. What I was hoping for was that I could find an Axe Knight grind spot, but the only Axe Knights I knew about were kind of like near start, where there wasn't any desert there. So if you're looking around for an enemy like in the plains tiles, it's a lot worse. So
Most definitely.
yeah, that's all.
There was a couple of Axe Knight spots. Hawksness had Axe and Armored Knights, and there was a over by Breckenary. There was a little bit of a spot there too that had some Axe Knights in it for.
Inside Hawksness
so.
had Axe Knights. I'm not sure if I knew that. Like inside
Yep,
the
Axe
town,
and Armor.
because I saw Blue Dragons there too, so that probably would have been a really good grind actually. That was probably the best
that
spot.
was the. That's the route that Asmati took until he hit 16, and then he just went and grinded swamp tile for golems for the last little bit.
That was probably way better. That's why I figure like I probably got lucky with my dive compared to most people. I also got started way earlier than I normally would. I'm someone that typically will grind out of the first 5 or 6 levels, and it just so happened that I was sort of looking for a death warp with like no resources, and just stumbled into Mountain Cave and then just got a key. I was like, oh man, like that usually never happens for me. And so the sword and the armor followed right from there, and that felt like a really fast start. So yeah, I don't know how everybody else did with that, but I knew that I felt pretty comfortable, once that happened.
Yep. So just a quick update.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, quick update. Lavkin has finished his DL2 fight. Asmati right behind that. 159 for Lavkin. So GG for Lavkin, and preemptive GG for Asmati, barring any kind of missed menu or anything like that. But yeah, so you were the first to find the key. Asmati was right behind you. You both immediately went up, bought more keys, and grabbed that treasury. And as soon as we saw that, we're all just like, holy super spices.
Oh yeah, keys are really important in a lot of situations, and this was no exception. I mean, it really does unlock a lot of possibilities, and when you have stuff sitting in the treasury, and then in this case we had, the grave was in the basement. Things were progressing so fast that I didn't even feel like it would have been worth it to set up the gold grind. I saw that there was gold in the grave, but I would have had to do a bunch of stuff to get that set up again. And just for the silver shield, when I already had the large shield, I felt like we'll see. It was like in the back of my mind, but I felt like it was faster overall to just skip that. And I think, as it turns out, the grind that I ended up choosing, if I had the silver shield, I would not have been seeing the Star Wyvern, I don't believe. So I think it kind of worked out.
Yeah, there was the only gold grind possible was getting all of them and then going to the bottom of grave. That was a chest down there that both Lord of Dungeons and Asmati Gates both got.
Oh, it was only in the bottom. Okay, yeah, I did clear that out later on. So I remember the bottom chest was gold. I thought there was one in the top 3, but I guess I'm mixing that up with. There were 2 right in the mountain cave that were next to each other, so I guess that's where they were.
So yeah, you had it there.
Yeah, but I guess it would have been possible to set up a gold grind, I suppose. But yeah, if it was in the bottom, then I'm even happier that I didn't bother with it.
Right on. And joining us are 2 other racers who have finished, Lavkin and Asmati Games. GG, gentlemen. Everybody finishing super close on time. So you guys, that one was amazing. What are you guys' thoughts, man?
Jeez, that was a fun adventure.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed. That had to be 25% sleep, and of course I get dinged on the last floor, so, it is what it is. I feel like I played a pretty decent race up to that point, with the exception of going back to Tablet Cave because reasons, and then first trying Hawksness, I guess, probably helped out to some degree, but other than that, I have to agree with Beta Strep's comments in IRC. When you have Reds with Sleep in DL2, it's a slot machine.
I'm going to wholeheartedly disagree, and that's going to be the conclusion of my comment. I am frankly tired of people playing a game they play every week. GG's, everybody. Enjoy.
Yeah, I figured that people were failing dives just the way that, because I didn't I felt like some of my end game went pretty slow. So when I was the first one done, I felt like basically everybody must have failed to dive, including Nest Cardinality must have maybe failed multiple dives or something. So I'm not
Failed
surprised,
one,
Lavkin, that happened to you. GG. It sounds like you probably would have beaten me if you finished on your first dive. So definitely a strong race from you.
I'm not sure if I would have beaten you, but I don't know. Edge might be able to say more about that. We had to be pretty close. We were definitely in Sharlock at the same time, but I imagine you must have started the fight before I would have, even if I hadn't died. So I absolutely would have gotten second place.
You would have been shooting.
Yeah,
for
most
second, for sure.
definitely. Yeah, up to NG, by the time you got in there and got about halfway through your dive, up to NG was already on the second BL2 fight. He had a pretty immaculate dive.
Did what were people doing for grinds? Because I think by the time I finally put everything together, I was level either 13 or 14. That was before. So there was, I think it was level 14 gave 15 attack power, and so going into up to level 14, I happened to find those green dragons over by Garanham, and I was like, okay, this seems way better than a golem for the strength that we had. So I thought fighting that was a pretty good idea. Up to NG, I'm not sure what you did.
Wow, you found green dragons nearby? Okay, yeah, that would have been pretty good. So I'll tell you what happened with me is that, getting the rainbow drop was like the last thing I needed before completely in grind and go. Of course, the drop was like, in the backside of Garanham. So I go to Garanham, I go through and I get the drop. And I took one step out of Garanham and ran into a Star Wyvern. So I was like,
oh jeez.
So I hurt more of the Star Wyvern. I'm like, you know what? I wonder what's here. I take 2 more steps. There's another Star Wyvern. So I was like, you know what? This is like 1 step away from a town. Let me just see what's going on. And then it turned out there was also a golem in the zone. So I just stayed there, and I didn't want to look around, for too long. I felt like being indecisive there would have cost several minutes. I was hoping for an Axe Knight zone, but I didn't know where one was, in a desert zone. And this, also being 1 step away from a town, I thought was useful as well. So I just stayed there, and it ended up being Star Wyvern and Golem. I don't know. It felt kind of slow, but I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to spend time looking around.
Yeah, I got pretty fortunate there. I think I died somehow, and I just happened to be walking back to Garanham, and I ran into a green dragon. And the nice thing is I have to think that green dragons were taking up 2 slots, so it was literally 3 squares west of Garanham. I was just walking back and forth on 2 tiles, and when I cast Propel, the only thing I was getting was green dragons. And they did have heal more, but at that point you just punch them and cast hurt more, and I got that level in 6 minutes, which had to have been faster than just pure golems.
So, yeah, if you can find a green dragon somewhere, I think that's a good choice, yeah.
What's up, Edge?
Yeah, I was going to say, so kind of how it played out is, you two kind of just went on the golem grind. As Mahdi decided to stick around, like I said, in Hawksness as long as he could. There was Axe Knights, Armored Knights, Blue Dragons, so he grinded that, especially with the Silver Shield. He ground that one as long as he possibly could.
He got a Silver Shield?
Yes. He and Lord of Dungeons both got Silver Shield. There was a gold grind at the very bottom, getting all 4 of the chests up out from the castle. Bottom of the cave with a gold chest. So they gold grind that, went back up and got that Silver Shield that helped them through a lot of it. As Mahdi, in fact, was able to pretty much get to the bottom of Hawksness with almost no encounters whatsoever.
Yeah, I kind of figured when I tried to dive the grave, the only thing I was really looking for was gold. And unfortunately, I managed to kill 1 metal slime, which is kind of cool because that got me to level 5, I think. And then I got bopped out by another just before getting to the bottom. How about that? Shoutouts to anyone who realized that I'm 99% sure that was a vanilla death necklace, which I don't think I've ever seen before.
Yes, indeed it was. So yeah, you are the only one to take out a metal slime all night.
Well, yeah, I think that was the only place that they were, so... And they had baby breath and something else, I think? Did they have sleep? Yeah, they had sleep. I think the one that I managed to kill, I happened to wake up and snipe it.
Yeah, you just happened to wake up and just got on that shot before decided to take off. So the other one though, it just completely baby breath you to death. So it was just it was the only shot that he had there. He just happened.
Yeah, I
to
knew
get
I
the
wasn't
advantage.
getting away from that one. I was like, okay, well, either I get, a little bit more experience or I get sent back. I figured that was the only option. Up to
Wait,
I
so
think
where did this happen, Laughking? Because I didn't see any metal slimes for the whole seed. I'm pretty sure I didn't even see any.
it was in the grave on the whatever floor.
Oh, wow, yeah, I guess I was repelling. I had gone back, later on to get the bottom 2 chests, and by then I had repel, so that must be why.
Yeah, I
didn't see it.
did that. I managed to dig out the key from Mountain Cave pretty early on, and then I went back and checked. I found that gold chest, picked up a large shield, and then I saw that it was I saw the grave, and then I was like, okay. Oh, that's right, it was in Tangential Basement, that's right. So I did all those checks, checked the thing, I saw it was the grave, I was like, well, whatever, I might as well try to dive this now, the agility's pretty good. There were, like, knights on the top floor that I was running away from pretty easily, and then, there were medals on, that second zone. I ran into, like, 2 or 3.
Nice. Yeah, I guess I would think that the 2 major factors would be, how fast did you get over to that mountain cave to get that key? I mean, I think some people maybe that were grinding for 20 minutes before doing that, they're just way behind. And then the other thing, of course, is just getting through Sharlock with the red dragons. I mean, choice of grind, I think, was interesting in this one too. That might have been some divergence there, but the rest of the seed was probably, everybody probably played it pretty similarly. A lot of the towns and caves were, the map felt pretty wide open. You could sort of get them, at their leisure.
The beginning must have been somewhat interesting because getting to level 3 was not easy. I actually ended up burning both of my herbs, all my MP on sleeps to try to kill a ghost. I must have missed that thing about 10 times in a row. And
man. Yeah,
I
with
needed
6
like
strength,
one more
the ghost
hit.
is a really bad
man.
choice.
It's so, but I like I was rarely getting Drakies, and the slimes had hurt more. So when I saw that ghost, and I knew if I killed it that I would get level 3. So it's like, okay, I have like, I don't know, 6 sleeps and 2 herbs. Let's go for it. And it took everything.
That's hilarious. I can't wait to see that fight.
It must have been at least a 2.5-minute fight. I was like, fine, whatever. I'm pot committed. It's the level if I get it. And I was very glad because then we get hurt and then it was much, much easier from there.
That's hilarious. Well, it looks like our last runner just finished, so GG to everyone. This seems like a pretty fun race tonight.
Yeah, GG. Thanks for putting this together at the last minute.
Most definitely, guys. And again, you guys made it a very, very interesting race. Once again, make sure everybody go follow these guys because they do run more than just Dragon Warrior Randomizer. They do run a lot of different things on their channels. And again, without them, we have nothing to do here in the booth but talk to you guys. And I will tell you guys this, that start with 6 strength and the super high agility, you guys were able to get away from a lot of stuff, but unfortunately, like the ghosts and the magic dragons just were not able to happen.
Yeah, it makes it pretty tough when you get that 6 strength and you don't get any boons like a torch or a fairy water or anything like that.
Yeah, it's uncommon to have no help these days, but when we got the 0 gain on level 2, it was like, ooh, this could be interesting.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know what I did too? I was kind of trying to poke around. I didn't want to go too far out of the zones, but I was poking around, hoping that I could find a town to just maybe sell the herbs so that I could buy like 3 torches. I was like, oh yeah, this will be a nice play, but then I never like got far enough out there to find Garenham. If I had found Garenham, that would have been fun though.
Yeah, anytime that I was like pretty much out of HP, I didn't want to burn my herbs too early. I would walk up there, but every time I tried to get over to Mountain Cave or Garenham, I would get sent back by a wizard or something. I do think, and it is interesting, I don't know how many people actually found Brecconary, because I don't think Brecconary was next to anything, but I do think there was an Axe Knight zone. I do remember seeing Axe Knights in the desert right outside Brecconary, so I thought about walking over there, but then once I saw the green dragons and I saw they were consistent, I was like, alright, fine, this is fine.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't remember that zone. I did find everything along the way, so yeah, I full cleared the whole seed, but I don't remember. I remember seeing Axe Knights here and there, but I couldn't remember if they were in desert zones and that kind of thing. So yeah, I just didn't bother looking too hard. But yeah, that was my hope, was like, oh, maybe I'll just bump into an Axe Knight zone. But yeah, I guess from what they were saying, Asmati, with the going in Hawksness, like inside the town of Hawksness, Axe Knights, Armored Knights, and Blue Dragons, that seems like a really good choice. But I don't think I had all that information.
Was that closer to a town than Swamp Cave was? Because that was my main motivation. Once we got that 15 power level, that was my main motivation of going back to Swamp Cave, because I knew that Cantlin was right there.
Yeah, you
It
could
was
go
just the other
directly
side of
north.
Cantlin.
Directly north from Hawksness, like one screen up, was a town. I forget which one it was.
So
It was
Cantlin, it was Cantlin. So
Ah.
you guys, it was kind of a either or, to be completely honest. Cantlin was Hawks was just south of Cantlin, and Swamp was just a little bit closer on the west side of Cantlin. So
Okay.
you know, either or.
Yeah, the map was totally open. Like, I found myself, following coastlines and then, getting to towns from a different direction. Like, I found Hawksness like 3 different times. And I was like, oh, this is Hawksness. So, yeah, you could go a lot of different directions and find things. It was all just like, all the towns and caves were just kind of right there, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to go down a long pathway. You just kind of circle around and find the rest of the towns. There's a little bit of a wide open map, I guess, but yeah. Thanks guys for the restream, by the way. I echo what Labkin said. Always awesome to have these broadcasts, getting closer and closer to summer tournament. So standard flags all the way. It was awesome. Thanks guys.
I will say, wide open map, and then shout outs to Charlotte for making you walk all the way around. That was a fantastic Charlotte placement. All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.
All right, so at least for myself and the rest of the crew here, amazing race for everybody involved. I'm glad to have been able to get on here and restream and be able to do the commentary. So make sure you follow all of our racers. These guys, again, give us more than just Dragon Warrior Randomizer, so check them out. And also check out the staff here. Myself, Time on Renikai, and definitely CyberDark86. We all do a little more than just Dragon Warrior Randomizer, so feel free to give everybody a follow, check out. And at least from me, thanks for stopping by, and everybody have a good evening. Cyber, you got anything to close us out with, man?
Yeah, just same thing. Thanks for everyone for volunteering. Thanks for the racers for actually putting on a race. And thank you everybody for watching.